Before we get started, I wanted to mention something about the footage that you see in the videos with Socks the cat. I wasn't trying to professionally film or patiently follow Socks the cat that day. I was simply spending time with Socks and my friend, enjoying the moment. Because of that, you may notice a little blurriness from time to time, or Socks may wander out of the frame. She's a very fast cat, as you'll see. But I hope you'll enjoy and excuse those imperfections. My goal wasn't to create a perfect production, it was to capture a genuine moment, and I just hope you enjoy sharing that experience with us. Someone once said, "We have to make it our mission to push forward with artificial intelligence, not allow it to intimidate us because of our own perceived limitations. Instead, we must push beyond those boundaries." I believe that someone was Chevy James. Me. Welcome to my channel. You're listening to Chevy James. For years, we've been asking the wrong question. Can artificial intelligence think like us? Can it create like us? Can it replace us? We've spent so much time wondering what AI is becoming that we've forgotten to ask what we are becoming. Maybe the better question is this: can AI make us more human? Can AI make us more about developing our in-depth selves? At first, that sounds like a contradiction, because it sounds like we're relying on AI to create a motivation for us to reach the inspiration level where we can touch the tip of our dreams, right? How could something artificial possibly teach us anything about humanity? After all, AI doesn't laugh because something is funny. We do that. It doesn't grieve because someone is gone, suffer our losses. It doesn't forgive. It doesn't hope. It doesn't love. It helps us process. It helps us predict. And it helps us calculate. And yet, perhaps that's exactly why this moment matters. As machines become better at tasks we've always associated with intelligence, they're quietly asking us a different question. If intelligence alone isn't what makes us human, then what does? For generations, we've admired people for how much they knew. The smarter ones. Today, knowledge is everywhere. With a few words, AI can help us summarize books, explain complex ideas to us, help us write code, and generate images in seconds. AI is really cool, actually, but sort of intimidating too. Knowledge hasn't become less valuable, but wisdom has become more precious. The future won't simply belong to those who know the most, the smarter ones, right? It will belong to those who know how to use knowledge with compassion, humility, discernment, and purpose. With purpose. But there's something else happening that we don't talk about enough. Perhaps the greatest distraction isn't artificial intelligence itself, right? Perhaps it's our fascination with its apparent perfection. We see AI responding instantly, creating effortlessly, remembering endlessly, if only we could, right? Just like that. And before long, we begin comparing ourselves to it. We start believing we're too slow instead of trying to organize our pace, right? We're too limited. We're too imperfect. Fear quietly replaces curiosity, but maybe we're measuring ourselves by the wrong standard. We actually haven't measured ourselves at all when we function through intimidation and fear. A calculator has always calculated faster than we can. From decades ago, right? We weren't intimidated by that. A crane has always lifted more than we can. We appreciate the fact that cranes can help us build large buildings, right? And pick up heavy loads, right? And bring our appliances, help bring our appliances to 110-story buildings. None of those inventions diminished humanity. They simply changed what humanity needed to contribute. AI should do the same. Its strengths shouldn't intimidate us. They should remind us where our greatest strengths have always been. A machine can generate words, yes. Only a person can understand the silence between them. A machine can recognize patterns. Only a person can recognize pain hidden behind a smile. A machine can predict an answer, but only a person can choose mercy when logic alone isn't enough. Maybe AI isn't exposing our weaknesses necessarily. Maybe it's exposing our priorities. Will we chase perfection or will we pursue wisdom? Will we become obsessed with efficiency or devoted to understanding? Imagine two people using the exact same AI. One uses it to avoid people, to automate every conversation and replace every human interaction. The other uses it to eliminate repetitive work so they can have more time to mentor someone, encourage a struggling friend, spend time with family, or just simply listen. The technology is the same. The humanity has differences. Perhaps AI isn't competing with us or against us. Perhaps it's holding up a mirror to our faces, right? Showing us the difference between intelligence and wisdom, between information and understanding, between performance and purpose.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a good video there. You know, grass.
Right. So, can AI make us more human? Not because it possesses humanity, but because it challenges us to rediscover our own. Maybe the greatest danger isn't that AI becomes too intelligent. Maybe it's that we become so distracted by its abilities that we forget our own selves. Because humanity was never defined by perfection. It has always been defined by perseverance, endurance, strength, by compassion, by courage, by forgiveness and love. Perhaps artificial intelligence isn't asking us to become more like machines. Of course not, right? Perhaps it's inviting us to become better humans, to think more deeply, to love more intentionally, to serve more faithfully, to learn continuously, and to remember that no matter how intelligent technology becomes, the future will always need something that cannot be programmed.
Yeah.
Wow. A genuinely human heart. One that matters.
You know, grass.
Right. Perhaps artificial intelligence isn't asking us to become more like machines. Perhaps it's inviting us to become more better humans, to think more deeply, to love more intentionally, to serve more faithfully, to learn continuously, and to remember that no matter how intelligent technology becomes, the future will always need something that cannot be programmed. A genuinely human heart. That matters. Thank you for listening. If this message challenged the way you think about AI and humanity, I invite you to like, subscribe, and join me as we continue asking questions that bring us closer, not only to a better future, but to a better understanding of ourselves and those around us. I'm Chevy James, and I'll see you next time.